Namaste. In this video, we are going to discuss about the indirect proof, which is the type of informal proof. Indirect proof can be classified into two types: proof by contradiction and proof by contrapositive. Indirect proof, when we follow some of the statement and try to solve it, it may be dead end. That means there may be no solution. So we have to use indirect proof in that cases, such as if 3n plus 2 is odd, then n is odd. So for proving this statement, we cannot use direct proof method. And we are using contrapositive to prove this statement. So let us consider an hypothesis P 3n is odd. Okay, and n is odd. So by using contrapositive, that means if P then Q, we negate the conclusion. Yes, by using contrapositive, that is not Q. So n is not odd. Is true. That means if not odd, then it is even. Okay. So by the definition of even number, n is 2k for integer. So 3n plus 2 is converted into 3 into 2k plus 2. 6k plus 2. So taking 2 common, it gives 3k plus 1. So by the definition of even number, it is in the form even number. So since it is a even number, 3n plus 2 is also even number, and not n is also even number. That means not q implies not p. Yes, since it was odd and we have generated not q implies not p. This is called contrapositive. So by using contrapositive, it implies p implies q is true. Yes. Using contrapositive, P implies Q is true. That means if 3n plus 2 is odd, then n is odd. So in this way, we have used contrapositive, proof by contrapositive. So let us consider an example. So that the difference between rational and irrational number is irrational number. Let x be rational and y be irrational number. So using the proof by contradiction. In contradiction, we have to negate the conclusion if it is in the form of implication. Okay, and we have negate the statement. Okay, if it is not in the form of implication. So here the sum of rational and irrational number is irrational. So we negate the conclusion, that is the sum is not irrational number. So it is rational number. That means difference between rational and irrational number is rational number. So this is the negation of conclusion. And rational number is in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0. So x minus y is rational number. Yes, this is our new conclusion. So x minus y equals to a by b. Since it is a rational number, it is in the form of a by b, which is not equal, b is not equals to 0. X is p by q minus y, a by b. So y equals to p by q minus a by b. That means y equals to pb minus aq divided by qb. Since qb is not equal to 0 and it is in the form of rational number. Yes, definition of rational number. So q is not a. So q is rational number and y is also rational number. From this we can conclude that y is a rational number. But by the question, y is irrational number. That means our assumption contradicts with the question. So by using the contradiction approach or proof by contradiction, the difference of rational number and irrational number is irrational number. So in this way, we have proved the given conclusion by using proof by contradiction method. And in previous, we have used proof by contrapositive to prove the statement. So this is how we use indirect proof to prove the given statement. And in next video, we will be discussing about the mathematical induction, and I will be giving an example by proving it using mathematical induction. Okay, thank you and bye bye.